Strawberry preserves are like a lovely little jewel of a strawberry preserved in a syrup. This is kind of an interesting one because, canned strawberries are kind of known for getting a little bit bleached out and a little soft, but this tastes amazing. The first time that I made cheesecake with one of my jars of this on it, my kids were a little hesitant. I'd done half of it with blackberries and half of it with strawberries, and everybody ate the blackberry side because, well, the little strawberries didn't look so good. But when you tasted them, they were just like a burst of strawberry sweet goodness. And then the syrup is amazing. I love doing them on crepes, pancakes, ice cream, anything that you would do a lovely strawberry syrup on. I prepare 3 pounds of strawberries by washing them and then removing the greens. I really like to use this little tool because it goes in, it takes out a minimum amount of strawberry itself, and then you just push the little button and it ejects what's there. It's pretty quick and easy. Sometimes there'll be a leaf or two that I have to pick off of it, but otherwise it's perfect. I just get a little hole in the top and that's all. Preserves are kind of defined as whole fruit that's been preserved in syrup. The ease of preparing the fruit for this really gives it additional points in my opinion, because then all I do is take my strawberries and put them in a large pot. Then I pour 5 cups worth of white sugar over the top of my berries. Then I stir just enough to get all the strawberries coated with the sugar. I'll then place this in a cool location for the next 3 to 4 hours, and that'll give the strawberries a chance to start to sweat and make a syrup out of their juices and that sugar. Now that the strawberries have been sitting for a while, they have this nice syrup underneath it. Now I'll add half of a teaspoon of butter, and I'll place it on the stove and continue to just stir gently until it comes to a boil, because remember, I don't want to break up any of those strawberries. I want them to remain whole. Now that it's at a good boil, I'll add 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. And then I'll continue to boil it and stir it periodically until it gets up to gelling point, which is 220 degrees minus 2 degrees for every 1,000 feet above sea level. So for me, I'm at 1,200 feet, it would be 218 degrees. If I'm honest, a lot of times I don't go to a full gelling point because I like my syrup a little bit thinner on this one. I tend to go like 216 or so. This recipe usually makes 8 half-pint jars. I bring an extra jar just in case, but it does give me a good chance to start by dropping a couple of strawberries in each of the 8 because I want to make sure that there's berries in each, and I can go back through with the syrup later. This is probably the strawberry preserves that I do more frequently than any of the other ones. It doesn't require the pectin in it, and I just like the syrup. My other recipe that has the pectin is nice. You treat it a little bit more like a jam. I'll fill these up to 1/4 of an inch of head space, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. At a certain point, I get rid of the funnel and I just pour it straight in. Especially when there's only a small amount like this, that's not too hard. This is how I fine-tune that headspace. Now I'll use a clean damp cloth to wipe off the rims so that if any syrup got on the edge, it won't interfere with the seal. And then I'll place the lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'll then process these in the boiling water bath for 20 minutes if at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll process them for 25. And I won't start my timer until after the water begins to do a rapid boil. Now that the timer's gone off, I'll remove the lid, turn off the heat, and let it cool for 5 minutes. I'll then place these on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart just so that they can cool down a little bit faster. Then I'll leave them there for 24 hours so that they can get a nice seal. If they didn't seal, then the center little button on the lid will not be depressed down and you'll need to use them right away. But if they did seal, I'll remove the ring, wash off the outside with hot soapy water, and then store them in a cool, dry, dark location and eat them in the next 1 to 3 years. And sadly, there was no extra for taste testing today.